Hey guys, and welcome to this brand new FIFA 14 Retro Career Mode series. I have been debating for a while if I wanted to do a career mode series on this channel, and with FIFA 14 being one of my favorite FIFA games, it was a no-brainer. So first I had to decide what team I wanted to be. I was contemplating picking teams like Swansea or Southampton because those are exciting clubs with a lot of potential, at least at that time. But with my channel being focused around Liverpool, it was a no-brainer. I picked Liverpool as my team, shock lol. I will be playing at world class as I felt that suits me. My manager name will be Duarte Ferraz, and trust me when I say that I will be the best Portuguese manager of all time. So the first thing I did was to look at the objectives the board had sent me, and they wanted us to qualify for Champions League by getting top 4 and getting to the FA Cup final. That's too easy, I thought. We're obviously winning everything, right? I started setting up my team. Look at that squad, man. Aspas, Martin Kelly, Victor Moses, Ali Sissoko. How the hell did we almost win the league, man? Anyway, I wanted to play with 2 strikers up front instead of 1 lone striker with wingers to try to get the most out of Suarez and Sturridge. Then I decided to put some players on the loan list and even the transfer list, looking at you, Glenn Johnson. You need to get out of my club. With that being said, I had to find a new right back. I didn't really remember which player that was good back then, but then I stumbled upon Kyle Walker and I thought it was a no-brainer. I want to keep the transfers on this series as realistic as possible, and I felt that Walker at that time wasn't such an unrealistic signing, so I went for it. I also needed a new center midfielder. There's no way I was relying on the Welsh Xavi Joe Allen for a whole season. I ended up finding Ramirez, who I thought would actually fit really well into the squad with his work rate and stamina, so I tried to buy him. Both Chelsea and Tottenham were stingy about the price, and so was I, but in the end Chelsea accepted my offer for Ramirez. I sent a contract offer which he gladly accepted, because who wouldn't want to play for Liverpool over Chelsea? Haha. Shortly after the Kyle Walker bid was accepted. In a different timeline, we would have signed Kyle Walker instead of Javi Manquillo or Nathaniel Klein. Now the team is looking much better and balanced, and I'm very happy with my squad. The depth is kind of worrying, but I didn't really know what to look for or who to sign. I decided to send out my global scouts to the top leagues to find me some first-team players, but I didn't expect much from these. I realized the striker spot was one spot that I didn't really have enough depth in. The only striker I got after Suarez and Sturridge is Aspas, so I had to try to find someone who is decent at this moment who didn't cost as much money. I looked at Jermaine Defoe and Pape Cisse, but I hadn't really made a decision yet on who to buy. Now it's time for the first game of this career mode, a friendly game against Chievo Verona. I was debating whether to play these friendlies, but in the end I thought that doing so would give me a good sense of how my team would play and if the formation suited my players. Talking about players, Sturridge chips the keeper. What a cheeky lad. That is the first goal of our series, and a decent one as well. 1-0 up already, but they almost responded from kickoff, but Minale pulled of a good save. Not much really happened that half, but early in the second half, Suarez finds Sturridge, who is slower than my grandma at finishing, so it gets blocked. He kept trying to create chances, but apart from that one goal, he was kinda mid today. I decided to give Sterling, Allen and Henderson a chance to impress in the friendly, but nothing really happened during that game. It was a dull game with few chances, but it's a winning start at least for me. I decided to play the next friendly match straight after that one against Toulouse. Don't make any jokes about them, please. But early in the match Sturridge finds Suarez and they play a quick 1-2 with each other, and Sturridge is through on goal and finishes his dinner and does his classic celebration. Never change Sturridge. Hopefully Sturridge can keep scoring when the league starts, even when he's playing kinda mid. Toulouse did not back down this game and got to big chances, but Minale is the GOAT and saves everything. A lot more happened in this game than the other one, and both teams managed to create chances, but with almost zero end product. Sturridge finds Coutinho, who is through on goal, but a poor finish from him means that it's still only 1-0. As I said, both teams created chances but with zero end product. We were getting dominated by Toulouse the majority of the second half, with them coming close to scoring a few times. But in the end, after some dodgy play by the lads, Luis Alberto is the GOAT and slots home a goal which gives us a 2-0 lead. Maybe I should start him in the league? No lol, I was just kidding. I continued to discuss the price for Defoe, but it wasn't going anywhere for the time being. Time for our last friendly against Werder Bremen. This was our chance to impress in front of the Liverpool fans at Anfield. But yet again this was another boring game where the players couldn't create any chances whatsoever, so nothing really happened the first 45 minutes. The only chances we could create was half chances that didn't really look close. On the other hand, Werder Bremen looked dangerous on the counter every time they went up. Probably because I'm shit at defending. But they get really close, and how did he not score from there? Even my deceased grandpa would score from there. Luis Alberto was on the move, but yet again another smelly stinky shot from us. That sums us up. It really wasn't our day, and after a few missed chances it ends up being 0-0 and the fans are already calling for the sack for me. Just kidding, but damn, we are not playing good at the moment. After the game I received an offer for Martin Skrtel for £8 million. I decided to counter-offer because my two main centre-backs was going to be Sacco and Ajer, and £9.5 million would be enough to find me a decent replacement for cheap. As you see, they decided to accept my counter-offer, which means that I would have to find a replacement. Sky Sports predicts us to finish 5th place. If I were to finish 5th place, I would personally sack myself from this job, also called resigning LOL. We will finish top 4 no doubt. There we go, Martin Skrtel is sold, and off to the transfer market I go. I needed to find someone realistic that would fill his spot and not an unrealistic signing like Sergio Ramos, for example. I ended up finding Ashley Williams, who was a very decent centre-back for Swansea that would fill Martin Skrtel's role well. I ended up bidding for him. After long discussions, Papas Cisse decided to accept my contract proposal. I wasn't sure if I really wanted to go through with it, but you will see next episode if I do. I was also looking at Lorenzo Insigne, who was a promising player. Thanks for watching guys, please like and subscribe and take care, love you and your moms.